capable of. He can pick up the AWP, he can rifle, he can push, he can play passive, and he can definitely pick up those rounds that otherwise would not be yours. Of course, those clutches, something Simple's been doing an awful lot of. Even just in the Pro League alone, he's been doing a whole lot to keep NaVi at their head above water, and they're more than a head above water. These guys are swimming straight up breaststroke across the lake. That's a metaphor. Didn't have anywhere direction to it in particular. He was swimming in.
Is that your favorite stroke, breaststroke?
What's the fast one? Front crawl.
Freestyle.
Freestyle just means you can do anything, and everyone does front crawl. Freestyle is a category in the Olympics.
I thought freestyle was like. I'm pretty sure freestyle is a stroke.
Something you can do that's fast.
I come from a country where we swim a lot. I'm pretty sure it's freestyle.
Freestyle, as you know, the definition of freestyle means do whatever you want. Freestyle.
What am I confusing this with?
The thing is, I'm going to be honest here, guys, and say my vocabulary when it comes to swimming styles is not the best.
Do you want us to run you through the main ones?
No, well, we've
Dolphin.
Kind of,
you got side stroke.
Dolphin.
Yeah,
that
dolphin.
Fun. What's dolphin? Do you just...
Yeah, it's a little bit like that.
Yeah.
No, not dolphin.
But
Butterfly.
Yeah, but you do
butterfly,
dolphin first, which then goes into butterfly, right? Then you've obviously got breaststroke, backstroke, free
front
stroke,
crawl,
doggy paddle.
Yes, that
the
was
egg beater.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Remember when there was like that? Was it like the Olympics some year when a guy qualified from I don't know, Congo, you know, an African country, and he could barely, like, it was like 10, it was a qualification race for, you know, like 10, I don't know, 5 kilometers or something. I'm going to say something stupid now, but it was very long, and he barely made, like, finished it. The time didn't matter.
Oh,
it was super slow, but because, like, he was from that region, the only one, he barely, like, ended the race, let alone, you know, put a respectable time.
I love it.
It's the journey, not the destination.
Yeah, I'm sure there'll be a movie about that at some point, and maybe there'll be a movie about NaVi, because they have been such a... They essentially are. I mean, it's a Hollywood script when you look at how this roster is staying together through thick and thin.
Did you read Zeus's like quote where it's like, you know, it's like I think he was talking like comparing it to American sports, like NBA and stuff. And he's like, no, NHL. He compared it to NHL. He's like, you know, money's being thrown at our players and the temptation to go to North America, but we withstood the storm, or we withstood the attack or whatever, and now we're back. And I was like, I'm really surprised they didn't go.
How is that? Yeah, exactly. You're surprised he didn't go. And also, how is this going to make you any stronger?
Yeah, resentment.
He wanted to leave.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know what happened that his decision was changed. And we saw in some of the articles speculation that even if the buyout was met, he wouldn't be released until a later period or something along those lines. But it's just, you know, like, how is he suddenly going to want to play with the other players? It's not necessarily like he probably doesn't have anything against the org or anything like that. It's just he doesn't like maybe the team or whatever. So I'm not sure how that's going to change, but by him staying in NaVi.
I mean, I guess you just have to have a very uncomfortable conversation at some point when it's clear that you are staying. I mean, there was a rumor that Flamey bought a plane ticket already. Like
I know, right?
He wanted to go to that team so bad he personally decided, all right, I'll get myself there. And of course, that's money off his back.
I think this is an opportunity for us to maybe go on a tangent.
Sure,
a little
I like
bit.
tangents.
You know, me and Chad. It doesn't matter. When you dislike a certain player on your team, he might be doing everything right. You're still not gonna, you know, suddenly...
You mean personal resentment?
Yeah, exactly. Because some of the things that happened in the past, and even if he's doing everything right now, but you're just waiting for that player to make any sort of a mistake so you can harp on it and, you know, make him feel bad because it's someone you dislike and you want them off the team. Obviously, in an environment like that, you're never going to be able to have a healthy atmosphere.
Yeah, I think if there's contempt, then that's an issue, right? Having contempt is bad. Criticizing is fine, but having contempt for a person, that's when you're going to come into real issues. Now, we're going to see that with NaVi going down the track, but so far the results haven't been terrible. It's just we expect NaVi to be a top 5 team in the world, right? I think they just moved into HLTV.org's top 5, actually, I think. Today, I think they have. It's wild. I think they're number 5. I could be wrong.
I think
I'll have to check.
Even if they did, it's probably more so move downs, and
yeah.
also they were top 4 at the major by beating QBF in a best of 3.
That's true. You also have to keep that in fact.
Nice
but
one.
I think when we first saw this team, when they came into this roster in those early Pro League days, they looked pretty good on Inferno. Like, I thought Inferno was probably their best map when we saw them in the early stages. In this matchup right here with Mouse and NaVi, there's 2 teams who we no longer can associate the tag time with. You know, Mouse is obviously very established. You could argue that they're probably the best team based off their lineup and where they're at right now because of the issues with FaZe. And then you have NaVi, who have had plenty of the commodity I'm talking about. So at this point, we can't say, hey, you need more time. They just need to start performing on a more consistent basis.
Yeah, and I think mousesports is just the discussion I'd love to have just a little bit more, because as the news has come out and as the Counter-Strike continues to evolve, it does seem like a lot of people are talking about mousesports being contending for the best currently. I mean, admittedly, you can understand why. because of the results they posted offline recently, and I know, Yanko, you've got a lot to say about this, but they have looked good in comparison.
That's the thing. It's more so about how they look than their results. Yes, they won Budapest, but they beat Hellraisers and VP in a best-of-3. You know, good teams, but not the world's best. Then you have, they failed to qualify for Katowice at the major. They made top 8, won some best-of-1s, and they were very close on one map against FaZe that tournament. So it was also like good showing, great. And at Star Ladder, they beat G2, Liquid, and NaVi in the playoffs, and also had some good best-of-3 series wins against SK, most notably in the groups, right? So they had like series wins, but even that playoff, G2 lineup fell apart like shortly after. Liquid still a new roster, although they have been playing really well, and NaVi wasn't that impressive, barring that tournament up until that point, right? So what you want from mousesports is in Marseille, for example, they take down like a big dog, you know, in the playoffs, and maybe get into the final at the very least. And after they beat some of the more household names in playoffs, because that's where things change, you know.
Absolutely.
It's more pressure, playing on the big stage, all of that stuff. And mousesports has been doing great so far to set up that next step for themselves. And I consider them one of the favorites in Marseille, but they have to prove it still.
Yeah, we are waiting for the big win. We haven't had the big win. We've seen them get close. I think the big win would have been Cancun. If they do, you know, the ECS finals, if they'd bested FaZe in a grand final, that would have been enough for us.
Well, I think, you know, that would have a caveat attached to it as well, right? Because there's no crowd. Like, that's an event that is just them playing in
still playoffs and still some pressure.
Sure, and still playing against FaZe, who at the time, you know, the team to beat, right?
Yes,
They're the team to beat in the whole world. Sure, that would be like a super legit win, but all of their wins have been legit in the context of their wins. In terms of them, you know, going up on a big stage, that's the next feat for them to conquer, right? They've been consistent, they've showed upward trajectory. Now it's about conquering the big stage in front of a big crowd and beating as many of the best teams that get in their way.
Well, getting to Dallas would be a huge opportunity to get that big crowd. The Pro League finals, you can still get tickets as well. If you are interested, do not hesitate to just go to proleague.com and get yourself to Dallas if you are local, or if you fancy a bit of a holiday, come join us, as we'll be doing the Pro League finals, and the dates are easily findable. You can see them there, May 18th to 20th. Yanko, sorry, I did cut you off there. You were kind of following on from Chad. No, I thought I saw something at the tip of your tongue.
I can take us map specific right now as we delve into
Inferno. It's about to start, so just give us a little bit of a scene set.
Well, I just was quickly bringing up a few of the stats just to see what, you know, is really going to differentiate these teams. They both have 50% win percentages on pistol, 50% win percentages. They both win pistol rounds 50% of the time. That's probably a better way to word that.
Sure.
And then when we're talking in gun rounds where they get the opening kill, they're both around 75, 77%. So it's very close stats. And then when they get the opening death, they're both around 35%. So there's nothing real in the stats that separates the two teams, but mousesports should still wipe the floor with them.
Wipe the floor?
Yeah.
Strong words.
Like a rag.
Okay.
Or a sponge.
I mean, I'm just looking forward to seeing two superstars on the AWP. I mean, Oscar and Simple are both going to be running around shooting people.
Yeah.
Both of those. In fact, when we talked to Henry G, we were talking about, you know, mechanical skill, who's up there. Simple was part of that conversation, as was Oscar in his mind. So that's going to be really fun just to see those two clash. And these are the rest of the names that will be filling the server. Rops is still someone I want to see come alive. A lot of people suggesting that over the course of perhaps a year, 2-year period, he could very well be part of that list as well. Currently, you can see his stats. He hasn't been faltering, but he certainly hasn't been exceeding expectations.
And then you've always got Chris J there. He's down the bottom, but him with Oscar as a double op setup for this mousesports roster, probably not going to come into play too much on Inferno, but it's a very deadly thing that this team has in their depth. I think something that stands out for me for NaVi is that the A defense, Electronic and Pit, he does a fantastic job there, and even Zeus can chime in with some good crossfires.
Yeah, absolutely. The problem is with Electronic, as I mentioned, is, you know, he seems to play much better for Russia than he does for NaVi, and that makes you wonder, you know, what's going on there. Are the roles set up properly? Does he need more room than he's getting in the lineup? Because when you look at it, it's basically the Simple show, and then when for some reason either most of the time Flame or Electronic do have a better game, that's when they manage to take down some of the better teams in the league.
And what's interesting about that, the conversation there, is Electronic does not strike me as someone that would ask for more room, ask for a position that he finds favorable, especially when you consider the egos, the tenured players as well. Like, you're not going to have a big voice in that roster, especially considering Zeus's return to them. If you listen to their team comms, there are some videos available on YouTube. You can hear just how domineering his presence is.
Isn't that insane, though? You bring in a guy who's obviously, we all looked at a star in Flipside, but like, this kid is absolutely nuts.
He's crazy.
Wouldn't you bring him in and just have Simple and Electronic as the duo and build everything around them and make them both as comfortable as humanly possible?
Yeah, but that's where you wonder, was it because of the system within Flipside that he was given more room to work with, and, you know, he was in his comfort spots on every map, and that's why he was able to deliver, or does he just have the skill, but it's being put in a complete opposite, a terrible position in NaVi?
Yeah, and that's when he does shine on the CT side, because there is less structure. He can do what he wants. He's just given a part of the map. We get to see it now, of course, in Pit on Inferno. Our casters are ready to rock and roll. And talking of rock and roll, is that a band T-shirt you got hiding behind?
Well, what are you wearing?
I'm
Who
wearing
are you wearing
a black
today?
shirt.
Oh, just generic black shirt, non-branded.
I think it's actually got a fake band on the back with fake tour dates. It was £5 off ASOS.
Other stores are available.
Other stores, off an online retailer.
Yeah.
Yes, absolutely. No sponsorships here.
Yeah, don't want to get you in trouble.
Okay, anyway, Lauren didn't like the critique of the fashion. Instead, let's critique some Counter-Strike.
Let's do it. Yeah, we're going to have a lot of fun with this one. Inferno is always a good middle ground for both teams. This is actually one of the few maps NaVi's pretty decent on. This is where they get their upset results. We'll see whether they can take down mousesports today. I agree with Chad, though. It is looking like a mousesports victory, but we'll see as we get into the first round here of our third map of the evening. As we flashbang from Chris J and Co. He just spot all 5 players here. They might have to fully commit to this banana rush. One player peels off, but Chris J gets the information and does do a bit of damage towards Edward there. Would have liked the one-tap headshot and fullback, but here come the smokes towards CT spawn. Have they got anything for the coffins area? I'm not so sure about that. As we discussed before, you do need 2 smokes. That is the second smoke towards CT spawn. So they should be fine. It's just the coffins that might be a bit of problem here. Flamey will go in first. You can see Sunny definitely has got enough wiggle room there to find kills, but nothing coming in just yet.
God, these flashes are so good, though. They've been able to isolate and slow down and single out players who just keep going in one by one. NaVi are being cut down very quickly here until Simple finally had his response. Gets 2 kills. Electronic even chimes in one for himself. We're back in this game. Oscar better be prepared because Simple wants another fight. Information found and time now ticking. Electronic hits a huge shot on Robs. We're in a 1v2, and I'm pretty sure this is almost settled. Oscar, no kit, does have a bit of time here. Going to try and find a new way through. Switch up from Banana. Try and maybe keep NaVi on their toes, but time going to be the factor. Simple by Nubox. And you've got over by the coffins. Electronic. And at this point, Oscar's just trying to get in there nice and quick. Does get the quick 1v1. But he can't make anything of it. What a recovery between these two, Electronic and Simple.
Sunny got 3 kills there. It's looking like it was completely over. He'd done enough. There wasn't the smoke down towards the coffins, like I said. That's why you don't really want to go there. That's why Sunny gets all those kills. But all of a sudden, Simple and Electronic, the tag team duo, the so-called superstars of this team. Simple certainly is. Electronic, as the guys discussed in the desk, hasn't really lived up to expectations so far. Can Oscar? He's gone for the Nova shotgun in round number 2 here. Certainly a force buy from the CTs. CZ's 5.7 for Rops, one of the few pros still using that weapon. And indeed the shotgun. Haven't seen an over in quite some time. We'll see if it yields any sort of success here in round number 2. Bit of damage inflicted there towards Zeus. NaVi haven't had a good run so far in the Pro League. Looking to find some success here. mousesports looking pretty comfortable in the top 6. We'll see if they can find anything more here today.
Good stack from mousesports. There's a few players seemingly looking like they want to try it out. Edward could be the first if he breaches around that corner, but he's taking his time here. The bomb hasn't committed anywhere just yet either. That's going to be in the hands of Electronic. Sunny going to be the only presence towards B as we do see that wrap coming in towards Arch. That could be the downfall of Mouse trying to make any impact out of this round. Sticko shows a little bit of leg and gets a lot of damage done, and now Flamey wants in on the money. He sees those dollar signs appearing. Him and Simple start clearing up, but Oscar... hello? What the hell is going on? That's 2 big kills. Rops with... what? How has he done this already? Zeus thankfully gets the MAC-10 into place, gets the kills on the board, and kind of stems the bleeding of what could have happened that round. But apparently, shotguns work. Nova's in Oscar's hands are great. And Sunny now left in a 1v2.
Oh, he can't quite hit this shot. Quite a difficult one. Simple was moving the entire time and takes down Sunny. So Oscar actually makes back more money than I think than he started with. He gets $1,800 for the 2 kills with the shotgun. He finished around like just over 2K, so that's absolutely fine. He'll take that all day long as you see him get 2 kills. And maybe if he sticks to the shotgun, he could have got 1 more. Who knows? He picked up the AK and couldn't connect the shot. And it will be Oscar back on the shotgun. Has he done that? So he had 4K coming into this round, I think. Yeah, he did. So he buys another Nova, and we'll try and do the same again, I guess.
Fair enough. I mean, if it works, who am I to doubt it? It's like we're watching JW on Cobblestone, you just fly down,
yeah,
drop.
the sword off.
I mean, it worked, so it's hard to be like, what are you doing? It makes sense for now.
Rops with the initial PT50 dink there on Simple. Takes him down to 24 points of health. They are going to commit towards B. At least 2 players. Remember, that shotgun could cause some damage. It's now a B stack. And NaVi are finding themselves in a spot of bother here. They will detect a few players on the other side. Flashbangs coming in. Zeus to drop first. Electronic needs to mop up. Here's Oscar with that shotgun. Gets another one. $900 in the bag once again. They will still win the round, NaVi, from what I can see so far in terms of their position. Chris J had a deagle there. Maybe there's a chance. He does do some damage to All-Flame, but nowhere near enough. Oscar might just want to save the shotgun at this point, I'm not sure. Maybe not. If he can get one more kill with it, that'd be fantastic. 4 HP so far, but enough money and then some for the AWP in the next round. Very wise play from him.
What a bit of fun. Edward didn't deny Chris J any further. And Sunny's got himself an AK, so that's lovely. This could be another kill coming in, possibly for Oscar at this point.
He might as well go for it. Doesn't want the shotgun next round.
Oh, tag. He needs the kill. Not going to get it. Flamey going to make the money. And Sunny still does very nicely to get the rifle out of this one. He might be hunted down, but there's not much time to be able to try and take that away from him. And he will stay alive. So, all said and done, Oscar, considering it was very unorthodox, he's got 6k and straight onto an AWP with armor.
Absolutely right. Oscar, even after the force buy, still has $6,000 to work with here. And I did mention it a few weeks ago, Alex referenced it there. I do think Oscar is in the conversation for world's best AWPer right now, at least in the top 3. Simple, himself, Guardian, Fallen, Kenny S up there as well. But I think he's safely in the top 3 right now in terms of current form.
I absolutely agree. I think it's, people need to see that big LAN result, right? They need to see, you know, that string of events pushing the finals. They're certainly not far from it, mousesports. They're certainly looking for, like, they are the next team to kind of, you know, burst forward and have maybe a run of things.
Yeah, well, they're
here.
number 2 in the world right now in
Absolutely.
phase with the Olaf dilemma going on at this point. So this is a great opportunity for them to make the number 1 spot. Can you imagine, like, 2 years ago, you're told Chris J will be in the world's number 1 team in 2 years' time? Like, you just wouldn't believe it.
The infamous online J band
you
around.
You wouldn't
still
believe it, but it's actually a very real possibility.
It's fantastic.
Here in 2018.
Yeah, and you've got young, talented players in the lineup. It's a lot of things that are very fun to see. Oscar trying to find the smallest of margins to make the difference happen. And honestly, when you've got a player like him, those small margins can make big differences. However, not to be the case this time, as already banana control being contested with and toyed over, as Flamey does get the step in the right direction. They put a lot of faith in Chris J over here.
Certainly have. He's got the MP7, his calling card. And we have against Mac 10s and AKs here. All 5 players coming towards B now. Chris J definitely needs a bit of backup. I'd be impressed if he gets more than 1 with the MP7. Luckily, the execution... Oh, I'm about to say nothing with Molotovs there, but it does come in eventually. Chris J's absolutely powerful. That range for the MP7, the Molotov does ruin absolutely everything there. And this could be the 4-0 for NaVi. Looking quite good. Sunny will boost Sticko up. He's actually going to send Sunny up. He's like, you know what, you're the star player. Let's get you up there. I can't even boost you though. Sorry, bro. I can't even work that one out. I'll be falling back at this, but I think that's you definitely take that. That boost is your only chance. I'll get to his grey screen. Couldn't necessarily work out exactly where they were. It was the right call, I think, to get Sunny up there. He's a great fragger. Had the AK as well, but not going to be working out. Robs might be able to get one out of this. That he does. And now they'll be thinking, oh, should we have gone for this one? Not going to be possible anymore, I'm afraid. Simple. Ready as ever. You know what he's capable of. As he peeks towards CB spawn, we're looking to find headshots aplenty. But he'll let them live for now. 3 players survive on the NaVi side. Remember, they had 2 Mac 10s coming at this one, Lauren. So this is a huge round for NaVi. But 4 guns surviving for mousesports. So not all is lost. It's not like they got completely wrecked here. Just unlucky that they decided to leave Chris J alone with an MP7 of all the weapons. Surely he needs backup. He needs to be like the bait for someone who is hiding on the site. It was a massive call to just have him alone in the site. And especially when he had lost all the information as to what was on the other side of B, he felt like that was almost certainly a call you had to have 4 players.
What a strange way to see things get to here, right? Round 5. mousesports do not have a single round to the name, yet they have a double AWP, and Oscar's pushing middle. I mean, it's very, very curious here. Clearly, confidence is key, and Chris J shows them as to why. Oscar chimes in with 1, and this is a dominant display thus far, but at the moment, the problem now becomes that NaVi don't even have the bomb. They've lost middle control, and it all starts to look a bit messy. Where are these players? Where have they gone? Are they still pushed up? Has someone got information? They have no information anywhere. The furthest they've got is Flamey right now, pushed towards the top of Banana. They have forced back the 2 players on B, at least to a smaller margin. They still have utility, so there is silver lining, but so far this is an excellent beginning from the double AWPs.
Absolutely is. Chris J and Oscar, that double AWP potency showing its true worth there. Both of them finally opening kills. A nice aggressive push from Oscar. Using the smoke. I think that smoke is designed to go in the top left to maybe present this the idea they might be boosting behind the smoke was quite a common boost. So that's quite a cool idea. He pushes past that. Electron, this is also quite cool. Gets in towards the ruins now. They have no idea. I'm assuming they know it's a possibility, but they're not sure whether he's actually made it. You can see Oscar's crosshair placement suggests he certainly does know it could be a thing. And he'll be greeted by Electronic any second. They're right next to each other right now. Oscar doesn't fully commit to the idea. He has been spotted now. Electronic wants to bide his time. Doesn't want to give this one up. Hits the shot. And now things are looking quite interesting. Smoke down towards CT Spawn. Chris J misses the shot. Electronic does what he can and he'll deliver. Chris J, though, gets one before burning to a crisp. So at least gives the retake a certain possibility here. Zeus, not the strongest fragger within the squad, but one of the more intelligent players, very experienced. Sticko and Rops up against it now. There's the low HP player, Electronic going down. Zeus, if he can win this, will be so good for his team. All these rounds have been very close so far. He doesn't really have much intel to work with. There's the first kill, though. Rops can't get it done, and Zeus does win the 2 versus 1 out of nowhere. That seemed like he was given a bit too much time to readjust for that second player. Rops is usually dead on those kind of peaks. The trade out's got the information, couldn't quite find the spray. Wow.
Henry, it's 5-0.
On the T side.
Zeus is clutching out.
If it was simple winning those rounds, I think,
Easy.
well, there you go. That's part of the course, right?
Yeah.
That's normal. But Zeus is doing it, and they're up 5-0 after getting up 5 on 3.
This as well. Like, this start, perfect. Chris J wins out, and you get Oscar winning out. That's for free, right? They gave him nothing for that. A little bit of damage, maybe, and that,
Yep.
but that's nothing. And then you do that.
Electronic gets in CT spawn, and it all falls apart. Like, he did a great job there. The kill from the ruins, then swings out towards the new boxes, sets Zeus up for the 2 versus 1. I didn't think he'd be good for much more than one kill there. But fair play to him, gets both of them, and this is looking quite difficult now for mousesports. They take the tactical timeout, and I assume with the maximum loss bonus, they might be able to buy this one, maybe a partial buy. It's much harder on the CD side to go in at $4,400. We'll see what they went for. They actually still have a decent amount of cash.
I don't know where they're getting
saves.
this money from.
Yeah, well, there we go. There will be the double orbs again. So a chance now as Oscar will be trying to pick things up.
Dodgy dealings on the black market going on here. I'm almost certain. Chris J up and over we go. Does get Zeus, but quickly traded out in the end. And Edward, you can't get much damage through that one. Sunny, not sitting too pretty here, but burning Edward alive. He forces them a little further away as Electronic gets ready towards his Molotov. But great work from him early on in this matchup, actually. Electronic, a discussion point for the desk earlier on, and certainly maybe warming into this game. We're just having a good start.
Sonny does have the orb next to him. He's still committed to the half wall. Flame 8 investigates the apartments here. 5-0. This would be a huge upset if NaVi can take this one. Edward certainly making a case for a great flashbang at the top of B. Takes down Sonny, and now they've got a minute on the clock. Man advantage. Back in the days when NaVi did their best work. Lots of time remaining. Bleed out the CTs. Go in very slowly. You can see they're really spread across the map as well. They won't be committing anytime soon. This is going to make the CTs second guess themselves, like using that utility, maybe hunt for a bit of information. Robs will give his position up that he is on the apartment at least. That's a smoke baited out. Good time to drop a smoke on his behalf as well, because that's going to be 15 seconds and NaVi can't go out of that part of the map. But it is Robs there alone up against 4 players. Gives it up. Has to drop down to pit now. 30 seconds, and this could be Edward flashing his teammates out towards the ace site. Rotation from Sticko. Is it going to be enough, though? Here come the flashbang. Sticko will have to do a lot of work here. He'll get one. Rob's still in a decent position here, but will it be enough? Simple. Can't get anything done there. Edward's been so good so far, but he's not his sort of frag. He does nail it, though. 2 versus 1. Oscar on the retake. 8 seconds to plant. That won't be an issue. Be nice and comfortable here. Oscar frozen. The incendiary gives his position up and just runs through, bunny hopping all over the place. Hits the first shot, but luckily Edward finds his 5th kill of the round. The ace comes in, and it will be 6-0 now. That's got to be an eco now, surely, from mousesports.
Unless they somehow get that black market money. Oh, no. That's how they're doing it. Oscar's just got a Nova.
The Nova, over and over.
It's the secret tool.
Yeah.
What are these buys?
Oh, they'll leave themselves at least, well, I was about to say $1,000. They have gone a bit heavy, though. They'll get $3,400 into the next round. That's if Chris J gets no kills. If he gets 1 kill, the MP7, he gets $600. The
Yep.
$3,400, yes, will be enough. So it's not like they've wrecked their money. As long as Sonny and Chris J post 1 frag, they're okay for next round. But they still give themselves somewhat of an opening here. There'll be at least a chance with the UMPs, the Nova, and the CZ.
Bloody hell. Very curious matchup so far. This feels like, I don't know. I genuinely don't know what to make of it yet. Still feels like I'm waiting for the I guess the other shoe to drop. Right, it's when mousesports just go, all right, we've had enough. But NaVi are bringing a great game. They're playing very well. And there's you know, it's no discredit to them. So Oscar going to push his way up Banana. You do have the support from Chris J in the back lines. It's a bit of a different look. Last time around, they cut a different figure, whereas merely just Chris J, and he kind of got overwhelmed in the end. But NaVi not really paying too much credence to Banana just yet.
5 on 5 still. NaVi don't want to give this round up. It's so important to just rack these rounds up and not throw away these huge advantages they have. All it takes is one round. Losing to a partial buy like this from mousesports, it can open the floodgates. Their money is okay, not amazing though. Electronic needs to make sure he checks his position. He won't. Oscar will take him down. Great shot with the Novas, becoming a bit of a beast with that weapon. Oscar though looking to upgrade as he'll push through.
Stop it! Oh no!
What? What is that?
He's found the new CZ.
He ran through and got a double kill with a shotgun. That's so much money, and that's the kind of round I'm talking about. That's where mousesports come back and win the half 9-6.
Can we watch
That's
that
on
again?
now. What the hell? He gets
Okay,
one.
that's fine. That's completely fine. Okay.
They get kills. You think, okay, they're getting all the kills now, but then all of a sudden, not even he couldn't even see them.
Couldn't even see him.
Couldn't even see him. He gets the double. He wants more. And looks towards T-steps there. They are feeling the pain now. Like I said, NaVi just lose that one round. This is getting all sorts of messy. What's Chris J up to? So much fire! They're burning! As Zeus goes down to 44, Electronic will be taken down to the grave by Sunny. Chris J sacrificed himself for the cause there, inflicting that initial damage. And Oscar have to be very fast if you want to go for the trade. Edward, nice call. Good communication from NaVi. He'll peek out, looking to take down Rops as well. Does some significant damage. Sticko, really in a difficult spot now. Simple. What a absolute beast he is with the AK. Confident as ever, runs through the smoke, and Sticko now got his work cut out for him. They might go for CT spawn here. They know they've got CTs trapped on the A site. Player in towards Library. That's going to be Sunny. He's going to got that UMP though. It looks like Simple seems to be aware as to what's going on here. Smoke behind him, just about to dissipate now. As Sticko rotates through, he's got no idea. Such smart play from Simple, using those sound cues to make the best possible advantage out of the situation and picking them apart one by one.
I'm wondering what that bomb's up to. It looks like they've second-guessed themselves or kind of like overly read the situation. They heard one player go in CT.
Well, as soon as Simple potentially goes down here, which he certainly will now, maybe not though, he's so aware, so good, and just Rops. They know he plays Pip, and there won't even be an issue here. That's a reset. But remember, they did win an eco before, so their money's still going to be okay. I say that. Rops 1400, Sticko 1400. Oscar, they normally buy an AWP on him, and they'll just get pistols here. So he can just buy an AWP and they'll just get P250s. That is a very common mousesports play. They are going to be purchasing everything they can. So Oscar certainly buys the AWP here. They are going for it, Lauren. This is like do or die time. Lose this one, you double eco. So that will be a 1, potentially like 9-1, depending on how it goes. Oscar faces towards middle, nails the shot. Zeus has to be smarter than that, though. That's such a massive round for them. You've just reset them, and you know they won an eco before. Like, at least flash it at the start. That's such a huge area for Oscar, so he gets the majority of his kills.
I'm curious at what point we start to consider, is this actually a very good game from NaVi, or is this one of those weird games that just seems to kind of spiral this way? And 7-1 scoreline, NaVi against Mouse shouldn't look like this, but it does. And in a 5v3 we go, Edward, Electronic and Simple, looking to try and pick up the pieces. We've seen Simple do some heavy lifting, and this could be another one of those cases. Chris J already going down, poses a problem now. Sunny needs to become responsible solely for B until Oscar can get there, and he's getting there as fast as he can, but Edward now loosens towards the A side of things. That's going to pull Sticko back. There's pressure throughout the map right now, and Oscar can't be in every single position every single time. Sticko with a good presence of mind to try and cut off the rotation in case someone like Edward had snuck their way forward, and it depends on timing now. Bomb is spotted, but the trade comes in. Edward not going to rest for a second. He wants to get this one done. But can Oscar get there in time? Can he be the difference maker here? Just seconds away would be Simple. Waiting round as Sunny works his way up. Not too subtle, however. Allows Simple plenty of opportune moments to do so. Oscar, that's a shot. Simple goes down, and okay, it's game on time. We need the ace from Oscar to get this. Edward already with 2 big kills to create this chance. Oscar snapped, but didn't quite get to target.
Yeah, that could have been huge, but crisis averted after losing that first pick. NaVi managed to grind the round out. And that's money in the bin for mousesports. 8-1 down, and was sent. Oscar's got the Nova out actually, so he's found the new CZ.
He actually has. How much does it cost? I actually don't know.
1,200.
1,200?
Yeah. What are you laughing about?
It's like, all right, CZs are back. Okay,
Yeah.
cool. No worries. And it's just like, but wait, here's mousesports.
MP7s, Nova shotguns,
Oh,
everything you can find. It's
love
got a
it.
nice like Western Nova as well. You can see like
he's
it's
got
like,
quite the aesthetic skin.
yeah, it's like a cowboy style one. It's really cool. Either way, we'll get into round number 10 here. It's been a very one-sided affair. It's not even simple carrying them, you know. Like everyone's kind of stepped up. That huge clutch from Zeus really established them. But Sunny with the PT50 might have to fall back and a bit of damage. The shotgun. Look how much damage it just did at that range.
Was it?
Yeah. It was just
Everyone
wrecked them.
buy a Nova. Just get it going. Let's see how it does now. Against Simple.
Oh, it's him. Okay.
It's okay.
That's what I was to
It's
say. Look how much
all
damage he did again. It was
hold
Oscar
on,
taking the
hold
damage.
on. Like, he shouldn't be allowed to do anything. He was kind of boxed in, right? So, does, oh god. There we go. Thank you, Flamey, for making the AK do better than a shotgun. I appreciate you.
9-1. Oscar will be able to buy rifle this time. No AWP available. As money starts to get very well established once again for NaVi. Looking for double digits here. mousesports looking very flat indeed. But still, might sound ridiculous. They still have quite a strong chance. If they can just get 5 rounds, that's fine. Sure, that sounds unlikely. He's got the auto shotgun. I know what you're going to say. He's a shotgun specialist, you know.
Best AWPer. I love the way Henry's put himself. He's one of the best AWPers these days. Really coming into his own. Shotgun.
Really enjoying the Nova right now.
It's not even a Nova.
The auto shotgun's out. Hasn't had the Max 7 yet. That would complete the collection.
Oh yes, that'd be nice. That was quite a flavour of the month for a while though. That had its uses. Bloody hell.
Well,
I actually almost swore then. There was oh, I haven't done it yet, but it was real close. Rops! It does manage to get job done, but what is that? Where was Edward to get both of those kills so quickly? That was something else.
Wow.
Now, it is a 3v2, but the bomb to be planted, Electronic going to deny the quick play back in. Sonny has snuck his way through, but I mean, very tricky to operate, even with that small margin he's got. As Simple would be in his way. The mouse wheel! The mouse wheel jump comes in. You hate to see it.
Like, yeah, that's exactly what it is. But it used to happen when there was like scroll wheel bugs on the mouse itself. I haven't seen that really quite recently, but there we go. Still looking like a round victory here for NaVi, regardless of jumping or not, and it will be the final kill to come in double digits, Lauren. As once again, they don't have enough to buy here. Let's take another eco. 2 for 10 for Sticko, by the way. Certainly not helping. These are the kills meant when you didn't quite see.
They just lined up.
They bundled up in the quad side. Ouch, 10-1. This is like, there was no way any analyst can come into this match and say, NaVi probably be winning 10-1 in the first half.
Like, context, right? Let's put it into context. There is no story-driven context that would detail this.
Madness.
Online CS, it's a marvelous thing. It's curious, it's a little weird. It's a lot of shotguns, and it's a 10-1 scoreline thus far to NaVi against mousesports. And yeah, I guess if you not watched CS as of late, you wouldn't be that surprised. You're like, but it's NaVi, right? They're the one of the greats. They've got Simple in the roster, but obviously things have been far from that recently. But nice work from Rob there to find Flamey. Don't know what he can do really with it though.
We'll see. There's always a chance. He's got the armor as well. It's an AK given him to one of the most deadly players. And Electronic made a bit of a meal of that one. But still, the B-bomb side is open if they commit. You never know though. They can wait. They'll be boosting and hoping to catch Sticko off. He's only got 2 kills so far. Oscar through the smoke again. He's had multiple kills with shotguns through smoke. Now PT50 cleanly through a smoke as well. Rob's still with that AK. It's 3 versus 2. Oscar keeps this up. God help him. We'll see what happens though. 3 players remain as Robs rotates in. He has not got armor, Oscar. But the smoke's still up. Bomb planted. Remember, they've got no kits here. Couple of flashbangs remaining for the terrorist side. Simple still alive as well. If Edwards peeks his first, he'll peek now. Just to finish things off, and that's pretty much going to be the only chance they had. Oscar 1 HP in the ruins, just trying to get out at this point. He will not be surviving. 11-1. Money available here for those double AWPs again if they want to. I'm pretty sure they will. I think the only round they've... Oh no, they didn't even win that round. Then they got their first 2 picks.
They got the 2 first picks and then dribbled. It's one of those games that is just absolutely baffling. I can't wait to hear what the analysis desk has to say about this.
What can you say about this one? It's pretty out there, isn't it? Double AWP setup does come in. Nades deployed, but no one to receive them. Actually going for the wall bangs here. 11-1, that's pretty much half done already. You'd be like, if you're told at the beginning of this game you can get 11 rounds on the T side, you'd take it. Oscar, though, he's not taking it anymore. He'll get 1 kill there. A close range encounter with Edward. Does find him the opening kill. That was towards the bedroom position. He is superb at the close range AWP action. That's one of his absolute best parts of his play. Very similar to Guardian in that respect. Very flashy, good mobility, and very good at flicking up close if required. 5 on 4 though. They've lost 5 on 3s before. This half is spiraling out of control, but 11-4, still winnable. So not over just yet.
Again, however, NaVi used to thrive in the slower final throws of rounds. Been a long time since we've seen that version of NaVi, but they could roll back a little. Be cautious, be slow, be meticulous and patient. They can certainly make mousesports sweat, who are already down very low on utility. They're down to the kind of bare bones of what they have left. A couple of flashes, a Molotov, but not much more beyond that. It looks like the hit's going to come in. Flashes. Quick play maybe through towards quad now, forcing out that final piece of utility, but the hit still needs to come through. A couple of players are flash, but they're still certainly standing. Rops could be integral, but he turns away, expecting flashes. It's Sticko to strike first. Rob's still alive somehow, rubbing shoulders with NaVi. Eventually Simple will take him down, and it's going to be 3 players standing for NaVi, and there's still threats on board by this site. There's certainly no easy task here. And there's a bit of a problem of time. Oscar being the next problem as well. Electronic does find Sunny. We're down to 4 seconds. Electronic would have to do something monstrous. They simply cannot achieve it. And there you go, mousesports with another on the board.
Well, there we have it, Lauren. It wasn't the cleanest of rounds. It wasn't the most effective of rounds, but
it was awful, Henry.
Rob's negating them all with smoke and hugging them and kind of jumping around was the actual difference maker there. The fact he didn't get any kills is fine, but he stayed alive. So he just got in towards the apartments there. They had no idea. Time was running down. He'd used that to his best advantage there. 11-2. They need to get these last few rounds. 11-4. I'm still saying mousesports can win the game, but anything less than that, I'd say probably not. Either way, we'll get into this round. Obviously, money available for the T-side. Not as much as you think, though, after winning so many rounds. Oscar managed to nail that shot before. Doesn't quite make it in time in round number 14. He'll be falling back.
And backs off quite close to being pressured there, but he does manage to make it away. Very attentive play towards quad coming out from mousesports. With stacking 3 players to this side of 8. But still, NaVi. Sure, and they do some very good work at dismantling this. Oscar could be a bit of a game changer this time if he gets it going. But Edward playing out a boiler, certainly no stranger to how this plays. Timing on the Molotov could be important here. See the timing coming through. Sticko bangs in the Molotov. Oscar will strike towards Edward, but it looked like NaVi wanted to carry on forward. But merely for now, they leave Flamey to the task. The others fall back towards middle. 5
versus 4. Good opening pick once again. Oscar getting into 5th gear now, it seems. 45 seconds. And we'll go towards A once again. It's been Edward that's been causing most of the opening incisions. Oscar looks like he's guaranteed for another kill here. Zeus can't do anything about that. Electronic scared of him as well, it seems. Good flash, but he's got the arch to fall back to.
Oh, what a battle this is.
Yeah. We'll see whether it works out. Simple will have his work cut out for him. Oh my goodness, the missed shot. Who's going to come out on top? It's not quite clear. And Simple, of course, the jumping no-scope. When it looked like he was out of luck and the PD-50 would take him down, the A side is open. 10 seconds remaining, and he's just going to sit there. Allow Sunny to walk past him. This is absolutely nuts. Sunny did spot him. No 4x3 action here today, but looks of things. Sunny will find that great kill. 2 on 2 now. This is absolutely everything. Mousesports need this round. No saving any weaponry at this point. Chris J coming in, looking to maybe drop the AWP. Does indeed upgrade to the AK at this point. Bomb halfway gone, but what a shot from Flamey. Takes out Chris J. Sunny left in such a difficult spot. Had to nail that kill straight away to stand a chance here. Flamey giving an opportunity, but not for long. Slams the door, shut in his face, and it will be 12-2 money gone for the CTs. And it's going to be NaVi looking for 13 rounds. What the hell was this?
What a fun battle.
Yeah, like, it's 2 of the best close range all players, and it's this. Shoves the barrel of the sniper down his throat, pulls the trigger. Good night, Oscar. The Nova's out again.
He did not take that fight well.
No.
He's upset.
That was like the difference maker, though. If Oscar stays alive, then that's round over. But Simple somehow beats him there by jumping and shoving the all right into his body. Flamey with the first kill. It will be Chris J. Not really inflicting any damage there at all. Sunny does take a couple of stray bullets to the chest. 74 HP.
Yeah, and it's all kind of spiraling from there. Zeus to find Sunny, leaving just 3 now. How's mousesports kind of left standing in the ruins of what this match could have been? Edward already wrapping around towards CT Arch. Oscar lurking in the background with that newly infamous Nova, but for now, Sticko on the other side. Cool.
Yeah, well, there's a kill for you, but look where the bomb is. It's all done, I'm afraid, at this point. Oscar might do some damage, but is left to go in a 4 versus 1. Bomb planted a B. Consolation frags again at this point. He's only got 2, I think, this half, so they'll just be padding his stats. What a half that was from NaVi. As we'll see them almost guaranteeing them winning this first map. They go onto the CT side now, just a note. Sorry, I was a bit loud. Didn't mean to bang.
I was just like happily staring at my screen. I was gonna. All right.
I like to make sure I make a point, you know, when I'm really passionate about something. I'm gonna slam your hand down.
Are you okay?
I'm okay.
I feel like you're having a minor breakdown. Like it's not a full pistol breakdown yet from Henry, but it's getting real close.
You know what? I realised I'm turning 30 in like 2 months. I think that's where my life will start getting slightly madder as time goes on. Knowing that realisation.
Wait, it gets worse. I thought you matured.
No. You realise that nothing matters. You just do what you want. And
that's when you're like 70 plus, not 30. Like that's
Look,
when you're just old and senile.
Yeah.
Okay.
Some people, I don't know. I'm fine with being 30. I'm just trying to find something for my behaviour. Find anything.
There's no excuse
any
anymore.
Sort of
You're
excuse
done.
You can.
Midlife crisis. There you go.
Yeah. Wow.
Well, I don't know. It's a bit early still.
I think you have to be 45 for midlife crisis.
God damn. There really isn't much. Oh god, look at those kills. Oof.
Yeah, Sticko got 2 at the end. Remember, they were almost useless. He only got 5. Chris J as well, another big name. Not really posting anything. Sonny got 3 kills in pistol, and that round they didn't win, and he only gets 7 total. So yeah, not great performances across the board, really. Oscar, the only player playing the kind of level we expect from him.
Yeah, an off day for mousesports, it seems. Not getting going here. Very surprising. Good work from NaVi. Like, no taking that away from them. But yeah, very curious that this is the case. Didn't really expect it from these two. To go down this way, to say the very least. But Henry, when is your birthday?
22nd of August.
August.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm not going to remember that. I don't know why I really asked. It makes no odds.
Yeah, nice.
You reckon Alex is going to get you something nice?
Well, actually, his birthday is very similar date to mine. His is 31st of August.
You know his birthday.
Yeah. So we're gonna maybe organise some kind of like joint things. He'll be 25. I'll be 30. So
but he's still a child. I forget. He's like
so we're gonna try and organise something.
Can he get into the same place as you do at your age gap, or is that not a factor?
I think we're just going to be doing like a house party sort of vibe.
House party?
Yeah.
That'd be a cool vibe.
We'll see.
Huh, can I come along? Is that?
Let's just speak about it closer to the time, you know.
Wow.
Let's work it out.
Wow.
See how many invites are available.
Sexism in the workplace.
Straight to sexism.
It's all I've got. Just call upon it when required. That's how it works, right? But no, we are just waiting for the second half to start up. While I wait for my phone to buzz, going, "Can you not, Lauren?"
Sure.
But no, that's quite nice. I'm trying to think. A couple of people at ESL have the same birthday as me, which is weird. Like Joe Miller's is very close to mine. I'm pretty sure. Toby, do you know Toby? My boss, Toby. Kalaris, same day.
Yeah, okay,
Or
cool.
26th of July.
Nice.
Yeah, it feels good. Feels very good. Are you on that like celebrity thing where it has like people's birthdays?
What's celebrity thing?
There's a thing on the internet. It's like, I'll find it. We'll
Celebrities'
see.
birthdays.
Yeah, it literally is. It literally
I don't know.
You can cast this round.
Okay, you have a look at that, and I'll give this a go. Mousesports, like we said, need the
Look at the vigor.
Yeah, they need this pistol, but Edward's denying them everything. In 1.6 was considered a USP god. He rolls back the years once again in the second half here. 2 great kills. Mousesports is rolling over, and Edward not done just yet. It seems he wants to maybe risk the chance of the round. Sonny will get 1 in return. He has been dinged up in the process. 4 versus 1.5, I should say. Sonny on 18 HP. Oh my goodness. We'll see whether Sticko can reclaim anything here. He's been very quiet so far. Tagged up by Flamey. Does he even want to challenge this one? Flamey didn't have to, but he gives up the kill all the same. I don't know why teams do this so much. When you get these opening kills, it's very easy to get carried away with it, especially with the 13-2 scoreline, but you could just play together. You don't have to run in 1 by 1. Electronic will spot 1 and deny the plant. So that should be around. Sticko left in a real awkward position now. Less than a minute remaining. Bomb planted. He does get a headshot though. Again, peeking when there's absolutely no need to. Bomb, fake plant coming in. Sticko can actually win this. I think he probably does at this point. NaVi at least don't deserve to win it after some of the plays they've made. And yep, 1 by 1. Here we go, Sticko. Just to close things out, and he'll do it, Lauren. It's so frustrating to watch when the teams think they've won rounds. And they don't realize what's eventually going to happen to them. If you started running in one by one and just challenging everything, I don't know why Zeus is challenging that. You know he's in the pit. The bomb's down. He hasn't got it, but you're just trying to go for the glory instead of winning the game. Hate to see it. Anyway, what's happening with my birthday?
You're on here. You're not as popular as other people on this date. You're quite unpopular. However, you're very popular as a Leo who's actually named Henry. You're the top 10.
In the top 10? Oh, so Leos who are called Henry.
Yes.
That's a very niche
10.
title.
It is. They've really pinned it down. But yeah, you're on there. You're famous. And, speaking of fame, Flamey's going to find a bit of fortune there, catching on towards Oscar. That's not a bad way to kick this round off. Could be problematic, though. mousesports, you want to build. You want to get that confidence starting to feel a lot better than that first half. Have those individuals warming into it, apart from Oscar. And now, NaVi need to steady themselves. See if they can do more here. Smoke's going towards B, and they get flustered on back. Sticko receives a lot of damage from Flamey, who's not actually falling off this. He wants a bit more, and he's going to get a bit more. Sticko down to a lot less HP, and this is getting a little bit worrying. There's still 3 players here. It's not over yet. It's looking a little scary. Electronic yet to move. He holds his nerve for as long as he can, but burns alive. But in the meantime, Zeus did find Rops. So again, look at this situation. We're in a 3v2, and now mousesports need to remind themselves what NaVi forgot in the round just prior, that even if you have that better weaponry, you've got to be ready, you've got to be prepared, because here comes the cavalry. Christian and Sticko, though, dig in deep, and they don't allow this round to spiral away. It's where Edward just pours on it. He's trying to make anything happen, and it simply does not come through.
Well, there we have it. It will be mousesports getting back into this game. It's all down to that pistol. NaVi had it. It was over, but they played themselves, I'm afraid. If they do go on to lose this game, it's deserved. Like, you might have had a fantastic first half, but playing like that, you've got to keep your eyes on the prize.
And you deserve a loss.
But to be fair, like this level, you can't afford to be like that. Like, sure, you've got 13-2, but you need to forget that last half and focus on the round. Like 5 on 3s like that, like shouldn't be going against him. It's so perfectly set up with the utility available, the bombs position. That's why we talk over this round. It should be just a guaranteed victory for mousesports. They've got USPs up against them. I don't like the fact they haven't done a default at the very start, but it should be fine with Mac 10s here. A bit of damage inflicted, quite a lot now. Bomb might have to consider falling back as it's finding itself in a spot of bomb, but not the full eco victory, please. 2 versus 2, and this could be another frag. Indeed it is. Sticko will at least make things a little bit more comfortable. Molotov down.
The bomb's not been picked up.
It hasn't, and his teammates all the way in CD spawn, but it's fine. They've got plenty of time here. No one has to die by themselves here.
But it's simple.
Yeah,
so
but he's only got the silence USP, so surely he can't do anything.
We're going to remember these words. Here we go. It's simple. Surely he can't do anything. Just got a USPS. Can't make it work. We're gonna keep this in mind. He really shouldn't be able to. Like genuinely, there is very little chance he can actually do anything here. And they know he's not fallen off this site. They have both players at both kind of avenues to leave, so they know he's still around somewhere. Shouldn't be able to get a clean 1v1.
You can see how caged they are.
Like the mentality of this. Like, just imagine
it's understandable. It is simple on the other side. You know what he's like. You're up against full eco here. Everyone's a bit nervous. Sticko's just like,
he's got the bomb.
I'm out.
Run. As fast as you can. Get away.
So that should be the round. They've made the correct decision. Simple, just hoping they overthink this one and stay at B. Not going to be the case, though. As soon as his bomb goes down, he will not be able to win it. Rob's just watching at the back. Bomb blood at the open. And there it is. Round should be guaranteed. A lot more expensive than it had to be. Did they throw away all the weapons? I'm not sure. Mac 10 for simple.
So, yeah, nothing else readily available, sadly, for him. No kit, obviously. So winning the round becomes a little bit of a impossible task. But let's see if you can make it more costly. Rops is playing from the dark corner, and there it is. Well, all controlled in the end from mousesports. They did cage him in. They made as few avenues available to him as possible, but this was a very sloppy round considering.
Yeah, that's why I said I'm surprised they haven't gone for the default. That's why you do them, so you don't run into those stacks, because anything can happen. mousesports definitely guilty of that across a lot of big best of 3 they've lost historically. They just don't go into that full default at the start. They don't give themselves the maximum percentage chance of winning. They try and just end the round as quickly as possible. It's one of the problems I think with Chris Jade's calling. Can be very good at times, it's sometimes a bit lazy. Yeah. They're 13-5. And Oscar, that's one hell of a pick. He will go down to the Flames, but still, that's pretty fantastic from him. Speaking of fantastic players, is simple. Did flash around. Chris Jade picks up the AWP. 4-on-4 technically favours mousesports here. What a battle they've got here. 13-5 down. Lucky to win that pistol. Sticker had to bail them out completely after going down to, what, a 5-on-2, I think it was. Christian up against it. He will have the AWP and Simple to contend with, who's on the coffins right now. Molotovs and smokes to be thrown on the site. Simple will do his best to try and avoid those. That's the utility, Simple and Flamey. And he kills. Simple doesn't have to find any more though, but the wallbang does get him another dink towards Rops. This could be falling apart still. I say that, but it's now just Sticko left in another 3 versus 1. This time, got an AK as the block. 50 seconds remaining, but he is boxed in. Probably finds his kill, but not quite. Zeus will be ready and waiting. 14-5. Money not actually great on the terrorist side. You can see they've probably got enough for 5 rifles. Sticker would have to drop a tremendous amount here. Maybe Galil's. I'd say take a pause to work out how he's going to distribute this wealth out accordingly.
Yeah, you got Sticker and
Oh, he's buys the AWP. Okay, so that's Oscar for the pressure.
Okay. It's fun to see the change between a player who didn't handle pressure too well originally to now being, you know, put into these positions where he just thrives. It's such a great story for Oscar.
Oh,
nice shot on towards Zeus
again.
as well. These mistakes in middle, he just feeds the beast, doesn't he?
There's, again, no real reason to make that jump, like unless he's rushing towards second middle, which isn't really a play with the M4. That was just a free kill. Incredibly fast by Oscar, but just not required, you know. It doesn't have to be a thing. Hamstrung at the very start. It will be NaVi now, 5-on-4. Luckily, Flamey has got the AK-47. And up against, you can see, Galil, CZs, PG-50s put an opening from Oscar. That's why they give him the AWP. And so many of these lesser rounds. Zeus is the first player to drop, though. Will they be able to recover that rifle? That's the question here. I think it's in the open for them. Simple watches towards top and middle. Be up to Sunny to offer himself up here. They don't want to make sure. They want to make sure they don't go down without a trade at this point. They don't want to be committing and peeking this angle dry.
This is a heavy stack from NaVi as well. They have all 4 players towards A at this point, putting a lot of faith that simply enough mousesports don't go wandering. A bit of a gamble, to say the very least. Bomb down.
Well, they know Simple usually plays B by himself, and everyone's so scared of him. You know, that it's like, well, should we just go A and hopefully we'll send a bit of a fake towards B and try and hold him in that position? I think Simple knows it. He knows he made such a name for himself. But look at this player. Chris J has gone in by himself, trying to sell absolutely everything at this point. And this could be the end. Flamey can't connect the spray. They will be committing towards A. Chris J might have guaranteed it's an open side, but still they're going to be committing to it. Electronic. We're waiting to see his full potential in this squad. Will he be able to show us just yet? Not quite. Simple alone on the side. This could be enough. Lauren, 10 seconds remaining now. If he hits that shot, that's absolutely amazing. Oh my goodness, 5 seconds. They can't plant anymore. If he hits this shot, it's done. I think it is 1 second. He's done it. NaVi win the round. My goodness, that was absolutely filthy. That second kill in the pit just said it all. Completely shut down, completely wrecked, and here's Simple, one of the world's best players, showing us what he is made of.
I'm speechless. There's not much more to say about that. That is...
It's unbelievable.
Yeah,
the
absolutely.
fact is, as well, Matt's supposed to be so gutted that they had Chris J alone in the B side. It's like, guys, it's open.
It's fine.
It's
yep.
open.
Come back.
They had 25 seconds. I guess they were worried about that.
Yeah, but still...
It was open. It was done.
Whoa, what a... There's not much more to be said about that situation, but what a player, what a performance, what a way to get to 15-5. Now they need that final hurdle. It's not been smooth sailing till this point. Again, he does stretch things in the right direction. First kill was on towards Sunny, now the follow-up towards Chris J, and it looks like NaVi have kind of finally dealt with the threat at hand. Oscar does still have an AWP, but we know that NaVi do tend to kind of get a little ahead of themselves sometimes, so there is still that potential there.
5-on-2, you're right. Oscar alive, there is always a chance. But I don't think the enthusiasm will be quite there. 15-5 down, 5-on-2, no map control, less than a minute. It's not looking good, is what I'm saying. It's going to be, though, Edward, and again, Simple in positions where it could go all wrong for them. Not necessarily crossfire, but pretty much good for 1 frag. So I'm fine with it. In a 5-on-2, it's very unlikely they give much away here. Even if Ross gets a clean kill here, it should be traded out by one of these 2 players coming in, and there it is, ladies and gentlemen. What a performance from NaVi after losing the pistol in the second half as well. Still bring it back to 16-5. And, oh, I got it wrong. It is the end, isn't it?
Yeah,
Okay,
it was.
it's also like,
Yeah.
have I made a catastrophic blunder and called the GG? No, it is a GG. It's going to be Na'Vi to win it. And off the back of that amazing simple clutch, that was phenomenal. That
I could
second
watch
kill,
that again and again.
that was really fun. I'm sure the guys on the desk will have a lot of fun breaking that one down. He always brings the highlights. A quiet first half from him. He wasn't carrying, but the one to close it out, that was great. Edward, good game as well. Electronic had some great moments. And shout out to Oscar as well. He did his absolute best to keep his team in that game. Got them a few rounds on the board, but wasn't quite enough. And that will be the break from us, ladies and gentlemen. Do not go anywhere. We're back with the second map between these two and indeed the analyst desk.